Okay, if you notice, this one has to do with multiplying and dividing. This is our Unit 1 test prep, Semester 1. Sorry, let me just zoom in just a moment. Alright, so we have 0 divided by 6. That's 0 divided by 6. Hey, that's just 0. And we have 4 divided by 0. You know, it's 4 divided by 0. You can never have that. That's a no-no. That's infinity, or what they call undefined. Normally we just say undefined. Okay, 8 divided by 1. That's 8. 8 times negative 1. 8 times 1 is 8. And there's one negative, so it's negative 8. Next one, 9 times 7 minus 4 is 3. So this is 9 times 3. It's 27. Next, we have 7 times negative 2. Negative 7 times negative 2. 7 times 2 is 14. Two negatives cancel when you're multiplying. Next one, notice I have to do the parentheses first, PEMDAS. So this is 12 minus 5. 12 minus 5 is 7. Okay, so this is all 7. So now I have 4 times, negative 4 times 7. 4 times 7 is 28. There's one negative. When multiplying, count the negatives. Okay, this is negative 2 and negative 4. Down 2, down 4, you are down 6. Okay, so all of this is negative 6. 5 times it. 5 times 6 is 30. One negative. Next one, let's see, we're all multiplying. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 times 5 is 30. Now notice there's 1, 2, 3 negatives. 2 negatives cancel, but you still have one left over. Okay, on division, remember we learned that we want to, the multiplicative inverse. In other words, you're going to change this to multiply, and then you're going to do the reciprocal on this one. Okay, so you're going to have 4/8 times, and you're going to do the reciprocal, or flip it, whichever you like. And so if I reduce this, notice that instead of multiplying across, I'm going to reduce it now. 8 goes into 8, right? That's a 1 and 1. And 4 goes into 16. 4 goes in here once. 4 goes into 16 4 times. 4 will go into 16 4 times. Now I'm done. I cannot reduce anymore, so I'm going to go straight across. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 4 is 4. All right? Okay, 25. So let's see, I have 4/15. Then I'll multiply by the reciprocal, multiplicative inverse. So that means just flip it. Okay, now I'll reduce. Excuse me. Notice that 4 and 4. 4 goes in each one of those once. And then I have 9 and 15. 3 will go into both of those. Okay, so 3 goes in here 3 times. 3 goes in here 5 times. And that's all I can do. So now I have 1 times 3 on top. And the bottom 5 times 1. And there's your answer. Okay, this next one is just multiplying, so I just need to reduce. So let's see, I have, well, you can reduce this if you wish to, but I'll just reduce this one, 9 and 18. 9 goes in there twice. I have 3 and 18, okay? 3 goes in here once. 3 goes into 18 6 times. So on top I have 1 times 1, it's 1. On the bottom I have 2 times 6, and that's 12. Okay, going back up to the top. Again, this is multiplying, so just reduce. Notice you have the 3's. 3 goes in there once, 3 goes in there once. I have 14 and 21. 7 goes into both of those. 7 goes in here once. 7 goes into here. I'm sorry, 7 goes into 14 twice. What am I thinking? And 7 goes into 21 3 times. So now it's not a 21, it's a 3 now. And this is not 14, it's a 2. Okay, now I can multiply straight across. 2 times 1 is 2. 1 times 3 is 3. Okay, by the way, this could be reduced right now, but I'll just hold off right now. And you could even reduce this if you wish. Okay, I'm going to do a multiplicative inverse. That's times and then flip. Reciprocal. And you can see that we have 15 into 15. You could have went this way, doesn't matter. 3 into 15. 3 goes in there once. 3 goes into 15, 5. 5 times 1 is 5. 1 times 1 is 1. So the answer is just 5. Next, we have decimals. Now we could do this using decimals, or we could make these into fractions. If I was to use decimals, this is 5.6 divided by 0.7. The top goes in the box, and this one right here is on the outside. And if you move the decimal over one space, move this decimal over one space, and then bring it straight up. Now you just have 7 into 56. That's 8. 7 times 8 is 56. The answer is 8. If you did not want to do that, you chose another way, you could always make this. This is 5 and 6/10. And divided by, and this is just 7/10. Now you can reduce this. This is actually 5 and 2 goes into both of those. 2 goes in there 3. 2 goes in there 5. Okay, and then I'm going to do the reciprocal here. Multiply by its reciprocal. Hey, you know what though? I cannot multiply this until I make it into a fraction. So you can't leave it a mixed number. I know, it's a lot of work here. It's probably easier the other way. So what I'm going to do is 5 times 5 is 25 plus 3 is 28. So this is 28. I'm running out of room, sorry. Okay, so this is 28 over 5, 10 over 7. Notice that 5 will go into 10 twice. 7 goes into 28 4 times. 7 goes in there once, 7 goes in there 4 times. So you have on top 4 times 2. 4 times 2 is 8. And on the bottom, 1 times 1. So the answer is 8. So you could choose either method. It's fine. Whichever one works for you. Unless it's specified differently. Okay, remember the bar means divide. So what we have here is 8 and 2/3 divided by 2 3/5. That's what that means. All right, well, let's make this to a fraction first. So it's 3 times 8. Remember, it's times plus. That's 24, 25, 26. All right, and now this one, let's go ahead and convert that to a fraction. So this is going to be 5 times 2 times plus. It's 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, now we want to multiply by its reciprocal. So we'll change this to times, and then we'll reverse this. Reciprocal, flip it. Okay, notice that 13 goes into 26. 13 goes in here once, and it goes into 26 twice. So we end up with 10 over 3. 10 over 3. And that can be reduced. 3 goes into 10. 3 times with 1 left over. So it's 3 1/3. Okay, last one. Okay, again, this big bar means divide. So I have 7/10 divided by 1/5. So I will do multiply by the reciprocal, so times it, flip it. You can reduce. You can see that 5 goes into 10. 5 goes in there once, 5 goes in there twice. This is now a 2. It's not a 10 anymore. We reduced it. I multiply straight across, 7 times 1, 2 times 1, excuse me, and that can be reduced because 2 will go into 7 3 times. That's 6. 2 times 3 is 6, and 1 more will make 7. And there's your answer.